Hi, I'm just going to invite Rich into this this Loose Tongues podcast. Let's see if we can get hold of him. Just be 1 second, hopefully. Excellent. Hey, Rich. Very good. Tin Yang? Okay, we got to keep the Welsh out of it because we don't know who's be watching this around the world. Story of your life. How are you doing, pal? You okay? Very good. Pardon? The t-shirt looks fantastic on you, mate. I'm really just to clarify that we had a competition on the Loose Gravel Facebook page not so long back, and Richard was one of the winners. I didn't know we. Do you know? I think it's quite frightening how close you're following me. Rich. That is close on stalking, that isn't it? No, absolutely. How are we doing? You okay? Very good. I've done a couple of these so far, Rich. Basically, what I'm trying to do is do a couple of Instagram lives, podcast type things, to talk to inspirational people I've met in my life. Um, so it is why I wanted to talk to you. I mean, first of all, can you tell me a little bit more about Chuckling Goat and how we came to be came to be in existence? Yeah. If I remember, in the early days, you used to literally cook up the product yourself in your kitchen, didn't you? No. The, the hard times, pal. Because I remember you saying, didn't you sell like a second-hand motorbike you had just to start the business going? So where are you now? Like, I mean, you're one of the foremost producers of kefir in the country, in the world, aren't you? No, that. That's brilliant. Do you know? Can Do you know my brain now is working faster than my mouth can work because I've got so much I want to tell you. Because I was talking to my daughter Abby a couple of nights ago, and her husband hasn't been very well. He's had intestinal problems, and when she said, "Oh, you haven't Chuckling Goat," Rob takes that every day. Do you know? It's just fantastic, isn't it? You know, I'm ever so chuffed for you. I really am pleased with you. You know, because for people to know how you and I met, because you said in that last segment that you're a tall chap. because I don't remember you as being a tall chap. I remember you being about 4 foot because we were both in wheelchairs when we first met,
We were
weren't
both very small back then. Yes.
I'm not that tall now, Rich, to be honest with you, mate. But I can remember racing around the corridors of Glangwili
Yeah.
with you back in the day, and I do think our friendship, for it to have lasted as it is, and I do think a lot of you. I don't think I have to say that. I think you know that anyway.
Yeah, most
Um,
definitely,
you
but
know, because
well, I think you know the story I'm going to come out with about hospital. It makes me cry nearly every time I sort of repeat it, but I'll say it again. See, obviously, you and I were pretty seriously ill in hospital, and you were on my right hand side. We were in the beds, two beds quite close together.
yeah,
Anyway, one day your mum and dad came in, and I'll never ever forget this. You said to your dad, "Dad, my feet are cold." And without thinking, he just bent down, took his shoes off, took his socks off, and put the socks on your feet. And
yeah.
that still almost makes me cry now, but that's fantastic.
It was, but I
Never,
mean,
never forget that moment.
in reality, see, Rich, I was so bad in those days. My body would be going into shock at the same time every day, and I'd be freezing.
Yeah.
And I can remember that day, and I'm laughing now because the guilt I feel now for that, because it was February and there was snow on the ground,
Yeah.
and
See,
he took his socks off and put them on my feet. Well, and it is a lovely story, and in reality, and I'm sure you could too. We could sit down and talk about all the depressing aspects of being in hospital, going for tons of operations, and the depression, the inevitable depression which comes on in a situation like that. But it's not going to get us anywhere, is it?
no, I think, looking back now, I think we had quite a good time there.
I
Yeah,
did.
we were both in pain. I'll never forget you always trying to make me laugh because all my ribs were broken. And I was coughing up blood when I was in agony, but it was still funny, whatever you said, you bugger. Yeah, we had a great time, didn't we, looking back?
Do you know? I'm trying to come over in these interviews, Rich, as being a kind, caring, sharing person, and you're just destroying that, right?
Oh, you can delete that bit. Don't
the benefit of it being live, mate, we can't go back. Whatever gets said is said. But yeah, no, um, no, and I can remember those stories because I'd broken my ribs as well. But the benefit I had over you, I wasn't coughing up blood. I think that the weakness in your entire body was quite shocking, really, because you were struggling to even get into a wheelchair, weren't you?
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, like myself, I broke a lot of bones. The other boot I remember is you were given like a self-administrating morphine thing, but you had to hold it on your face. And of course, the idea was that you got a bit drowsy and your hand fell away.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you and I sussed out by wedging pillows very carefully in his shoulder and sort of leaning on one side. You could be on morphine for hours.
You could do.
No way
You
with that.
you could do. It's it's. I mean, you've had intestinal problems since. I've had intestinal problems since. It's no wonder they probably rotted away with all the morphine and the codeine we were taking back in the
Well,
day.
it must have done, yeah.
Yeah, but there we are. Yeah. So, like I said, you're number one kefir producer in the world now. That is a heck of an accolade, isn't it?
It is, you visited us a couple of times, and it's a small little farm tucked away in Ceredigion, and it amazes me every time I wake up and think, oh yeah, if I don't want to work today, I don't really have to, because I've got a lot of staff who can do it for me. If I want to go down the beach or down the pub or whatever it is. But yeah, having achieved what we've done on initially a very small scale and built up to this level now, yeah, it is quite amazing.
Yeah, yeah. And considering I'm not being, would you have considered kefir if you hadn't had the intestinal problems you had? Because if I'm right, and forget, you can tell me if I'm wrong, the whole thing was you had to have it really. Sean was experimenting to find a way to stop you dying, basically.
Yeah, that's pretty close to it. The biggest regret I think Shan has about the whole kefir thing is that she discovered it sort of 3 or 4 years too late to save me having these operations. But yeah, now I'm not going to show you live on TV, but I've got a scar from there to a lot further down in there.
I've seen it, pal. I've seen it. I don't need to see it again.
Yeah, once is enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the kefir does contribute to keeping me going now. I'm on no medication whatsoever.
Are you not? You seriously on no medication whatsoever?
Nothing at all.
That's
No
well
tablets,
impressive.
nothing. I can eat and drink what I want within reason. I can still drink beer, which is a good thing. I can eat ice cream, which is great. And then apparently I'm meant to be eating lots of healthy stuff as well. So no, it's all good really.
Is it apparently? Are you saying you don't eat a lot of healthy stuff?
No, I do eat healthily now. I'm sure Shan, who sat just behind me, will add to that one.
Hi, Sean.
Hello.
I hope you're well.
I'm very well, thank you, Ian.
Very-
Impressed with the t-shirt.
Oh, good. I noticed. I immediately thought his sex appeal had gone up at least 4 points since he put the t-shirt on.
Oh, at least.
Yeah. No, it's really nice to speak to it, but it just living in this little corner of West Wales, and the inspiration you meet on a daily basis is just fantastic to me.
Yeah, we're few and far between in West Wales, yeah, but to have that sort of inspiration coming in, I remember your kindness and your dad's kindness when I came out of hospital. I was going through, obviously I hadn't worked for about a year and a half, 2 years, and I needed to get back to work, but I had no vehicle. And you might not remember this, but you said, take that vehicle and pay me when you can.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one?
I don't actually, pal. I don't.
I'm sure I paid you back.
But equally so. I mean, like the physical side of it. The physical side of it was horrendous. But I suffered. I don't know about you, Rich, but I suffered with post-traumatic stress disorder. Then thereafter, and over the years, I've hit some really dark places because of it. It does get triggered by pain. It does get it's hugely triggered by pain or a situation or something like that. And sometimes I'll just sit down and not say anything. I'll just go completely quiet, and it's just something I find really difficult to deal with. But yeah, your humour, your warped sense of humour. I've said this many times. We used to get up in the morning, and it wasn't a case of "Good morning, Rich, and how are you today?" It's "Good morning, Rich, how are you?" Sod off. It was, wasn't it? But
most people who are watching this must be thinking, well, you were in hospital, you were both at the point of death, but we did have some really good laughs. Do you remember the posh guy?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Do you remember his daughter?
She was very pretty, wasn't she?
Apparently so. I wasn't looking, was I?
No, I don't know, mate. I think we were both. I don't think she went for guys in wheelchairs in those days. So I think neither of us had a chance anyway. and we were both married at the time as well. We got to add that in as well. So you know what I mean. Hey.
I remember being told, when I started walking, that I had to walk to the end of the corridor and then I could go home. So I got to the end of the corridor, nearly killed me, made it back, and then they said, you now need to learn how to go up the stairs again.
Yeah.
I could have cried for a week after that.
Yeah, and yeah.
But the stairs were a nightmare trying to get up.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with you completely. Like for a long time, I felt walking so hard. I thought I was just destined for life in a wheelchair. I thought, well, you cheated death. You've got over the hardest part of it. If you're going to be stuck in a wheelchair the rest of your life, pal, just be grateful for what you got. But for ages, my legs had gone thinner than my arms. I just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. I just did. I'm not being funny. I didn't want to do it. It hurt. But it's amazing what perseverance is. Gets you. I mean, I reckon you'll agree with me as well. The nurses who looked after us were just brilliant.
Yeah, definitely. Apart from being good looking, which helped.
Yep.
No, they were very, very good. Nothing's too much bother. My leg is itching, or can you come in and shut up Mr. Gravell next to me, or whatever. Whatever it was, any time of day, it never seemed to be too much bother, did it?
No, it did. I can remember one day. Okay, my left leg, I had 72 metal staples keeping the scar closed. Yeah, and one of the nurses comes. This lad comes in. He goes, "Right, we're gonna cut your staples out." I said, "No, you're not going to do it." And he goes, "Yeah, I'm not going to do it now." I said, "It's going to take ages. It's going to hurt." And he goes, "Yeah, that's just." So I was going to hold my hand, and they got an auxiliary nurse. She sat there. She held my hand. I put my head in his shoulder. I think I passed out twice. The pain was so bad. Did it? But man, it really was. It really was. But but you don't often think of those things now, Rich. I don't. Anyway, whenever you and I get together, inevitably we start talking about it. We slap each other on the backs and say, "God, you help me through it. I help you through it," and we must bore everyone sitting around us. But
it's just tough, but it was also good times, I think.
yeah.
Back, I couldn't have asked for a better person next to me in hospital. You always we sort of bounced off each other and kept each other going, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's why. I was trying to remember, was it 96 or 97?
1996. It was the 12th of January 1996. I had the accident. Yeah.
It was a long time ago, and we always sort of kept in touch.
And we do have fun when we get together.
We remember that night out in the harbour?
Yeah, that was a good night. That really was.
Singing
hymns. Yeah, well, yes, I can remember. Do you know? I can remember your Google advert when you say "I like tractors." That's it. Everyone, if anyone doesn't know what I'm on about, you should go to Chuckling Goat's website and look at Rich's Google advert.
Yeah, I like that bit. I just sort of look around and say, "Yeah, I do like my tractors."
Yeah, and you do. How many tractors you got now, Rich?
Well, Sam's watching, so I can't tell you the exact number, but it's approaching 20.
Oh my God, 20 tractors. That's good. Well, Wendy's listening too, so I reckon if I topped 4 motorbikes, I think there'd be something to say. Oh, she looked over now. I can see the look in her face now. So the 4th motorbike isn't going to happen, put it that way.
Well, you need a spare though, see, just in case.
Exactly, but yeah, exactly. No, yeah. Women don't understand that kind of thing, Rich, do they?
Not really,
no.
We understand a lot.
I'm sorry. I'm just teasing. So, the whole purpose of me doing these, Rich, is to I'm written a book. It's coming out in a couple of months' time, and I've been told this is a great way to promote it. So this is why I'm doing this thing. So I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions now because it makes the whole thing relevant. Is that okay?
Yeah, fire away.
So, what book are you reading at the moment?
It's probably a tractor service manual.
Is it?
It genuinely is a tractor service manual. I got 2 weeks ago. I got a little grey Fergie.
Did you?
I used to have a fair few years ago, but I got to the stage where I hadn't got one, and my brother said, "Oh well, that's what started your love of tractors, so you should get another one." So I've been reading up the service manual on that. That's what I read most evenings now.
So this Fergie's running?
Yeah, it is now.
Okay, you going to run yourself?
Yeah, it's been locked up in a shed for 10 years since the lady's husband had passed on.
Yeah. Those barn finds are brilliant when you come across them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can I come up and have a go on it?
course you can.
That's going to be good. We'll have to do that. Right. I'm trying to think. What other questions I can be asking you, pal? Is there anything you want to ask me?
Sorry?
Anything you want to ask me?
Yeah, what are your motorbikes? Because when I knew you didn't have any motorbikes at all.
No, no.
I was racing motorbikes.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, if I remember right, you were Welsh grass track sidecar champion at the time, weren't you?
Hey, well done. Yes, I was.
Yeah. No, so I got oh, you see my Honda? I got a Honda Shadow Spirit, which I've customized up. That's metal flake purple now, and it's got 8 hangers and it's got bags on the back. That's brilliant. I just took that to Normandy, just in a trip around the Normandy beaches and battlefields of Normandy. That was really interesting. That was one of the best things I've done for a long time, to be honest. I really enjoyed that. I got an Indian Scout. Not a classic Indian Scout. It's 2019. I love that bike to bits. I've had that out today. I've been to work on it. Yeah, and I've got a Triumph Tiger coming as well. Yeah, so it's just trying to find time to go up and it's in Gloucester at the moment. I'm just trying to find the time to go up and pay for it and collect it. But it's in my mate's house. He's saying, look, don't worry, because I don't know where time goes, but I'll probably find some time in August to go and get it. And it'll be a nice bike. I can tour a bit further than that. I've toured some part of Europe, like Germany and Holland, a bit of Belgium, a bit of France. But it'd be lovely to go all the way to Italy on the bike, or all the way down to Spain, without having to catch the Santander ferry, going over in Calais and just go down through France to Spain. So that's probably my next thing I want to be doing on a bike. I tell you what, I'd really like to be doing on a bike as well, Rich. I'd like to fly to South America. You can't ride a motorbike to South America, so it's got to be in a plane. And then I would like to rent a bike and follow the trail. The people who left Wales for Patagonia went on, but wouldn't that be a superb trip? That'd be a really cool trip. I've looked at it, and it's not a pleasant road. It's not a huge amount of mileage. It's probably 500 miles there, 500 miles back. But I think to do that, my grandfather went over to Patagonia 13 times in his life. He was absolutely. He was Can you remember when he used to come to hospital, Rich?
Yeah.
He had to be lying there, legs broken, all the machines, hooked up to everything, and he'd always say, "Stand up when I come in the room." That was the first thing he'd say every single time. But no, it was funny. It was good. Yeah. So what's the next thing with you, then, pal?
I got a big birthday coming up this year.
Have you? Ah, that'd be lovely, mate. When's that coming up?
When is it coming up, Sean? Friday, August the 12th is the celebration, but my birthday's not till the 18th.
Oh, brilliant. No, I look forward. Oh, yeah, we'll come up to that. That'd be fun. Absolutely. My daughter said, she goes, now you know Rich, and she goes, can I pester him for a discount on kefir, because she's on one of your things. And I said, it's up to you. You need to speak to him about that. But Abigail's getting married in a couple of weeks' time, actually, Rich. It was fantastic talking to your daughter yesterday. Because when we were testing this to see if it worked, it was brilliant to see that.
As you know, with me, I'm a technophobe. I have no idea what we're doing here. So yeah, Ellie's in the room here. I'm on her phone, obviously, now. Being a technophobe, I can just about write on bits of paper, and that's my skill, I think.
I can remember you tell me when you met Sean and you used to send her emails, and it was literally one finger to type all the way through, wasn't it?
Yes, it took me about half an hour to do a short paragraph. She didn't appreciate how much hard work she was.
But you got it done, didn't you?
Yeah, it's got to be done, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, a date for your diary. The 24th of September is when we're launching the book. It's going to be in Narberth.
Yeah.
It's going to be live stream. We've got Q&A on stage. We're hooked up to America. We've got a few video viewers with people on Route 66.
Oh,
I'm
brilliant.
hoping to do an interview with some people in Ireland, some people in Holland. So it should be a really good thing. So yeah, please come to that. I'll send you details, but it'll be on the website live. I think week next Tuesday.
All right. Yeah, no,
Okay.
looking forward to that. And as you know, I do want a signed copy.
Now you get a signed copy. You know that that's gonna happen anyway, innit? Especially since you look so good in my t-shirt, pal.
Well, we're gonna. Oh, I'm catching the sun on it now.
Exactly. Anyway, I think we've covered everything we can do tonight. I hope you've really enjoyed it. I'm very grateful for you participating. And thank you everyone for I can see there's loads of people who tuned in. We've had some great people that have sent lots of waves out. Thanks for everyone. And I'll see you soon, pal. Thanks everyone for listening.
Okay, great. Thanks, Ian.
Cheers, Rich. Bye-bye. Right, how do you turn this off then, isn't it?